Well, the Halos enjoyed their off day in Houston yesterday. Tonight from Minute Maid Park, they're kicking off a 3-game set against the division-leading Houston Astros, and they are playing very good baseball. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West. He's Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and the Angels made some transactions before the game. The most important one is the fact that Andrelton Simmons activated off the injured list, and Gooby right back in the starting lineup.
Victor, having Simba back means so much to the team on the offensive side and on the defensive side. When you look at his career numbers, even in this ballpark for Simba, .290 career hitter here at Minute Maid Park. He's hit some home runs here, he's hit some home runs against the Astros throughout, but his ability to hit the baseball on a consistent basis with runners in scoring position has been the big reason why they need him back on the offensive side. 4-time Gold Glove winner at shortstop. He makes the entire defense that much better. He gets the baseballs no one gets to in Major League Baseball, and his arm, his instincts off the charts. So this team is going to be much, much better now with Simba back in there on the offensive side, running the bases, but also saving runs defensively at shortstop.
Well, to make room for Andrelton, Wilfredo Tovar was designated for assignment. There was other moves as well. We'll talk about that in game. We're going to step away for a moment. When we return, it's Players Weekend throughout Major League Baseball, and several of them honoring Tyler Skaggs. Only at participating Jack in the Box restaurants and by your Southern California Cadillac dealers. Back here in Houston, Texas, the opener of this 3-game set between the Angels and the Astros. Halos dropping 3 of 4 to the Texas Rangers earlier this week, but they did get a chance to decompress yesterday, enjoy the off day here in Houston, and you hope they kind of reboot this weekend against a very, very good Houston Astros ball club, even though they were tested a little bit against the Tigers. This team right now just kind of getting ready for what will be another September push for them.
Yeah, the Astros 30 games over 500 here in this ballpark. And it's going to come down to Jose Suarez making his pitches, pitching inside, getting some quick outs, get deeper in the ball game, give the bullpen a little bit of a breather, even though they did have an off day yesterday, and get the offense going. Andrelton Simmons back in the lineup, which is important for that 1 through 9, that connecting all the dots as far as the offense. Simba back in the lineup.
Remember in the open we said that there were other transactions. There was just one other transaction as Griffin Canning was placed on the injured list yesterday. Jose Suarez was called up, and Jose will pitch in that spot of the rotation. Griffin shut down for the rest of the year, Gooby, and you know, it's just it's a shame. 2 stints on the injured list for the young man in what would have been his first season.
And he threw the ball so well his last time out. You're talking 91, 96, consistently with his fastball. Slider was X's, curveball, change. But if anything for Griffin at this point, you build on that confidence of what you can do at the major league level by having a performance like that the last time out.
Well, you couldn't have asked for more generic uniforms than what you're seeing in Players Weekend, and that's why you see the Angels, the visiting teams wearing black, the home team wearing white. In the lineup for Brad Ausmus at 63 and 67 has Fletcher. Leading things off at third, Trout at center, Ohtani at DH, Calhoun at right, Upton's in left, Pujols at first base, Simmons back in the lineup at short, Theis is in the lineup as well. And then you've got Anthony Bemboon doing the catching. David Fletcher, I should say, playing second base, pardon me. As Zach Greinke is on the mound. And Gooby, he'll be his 27th overall start. It'll be his 4th since joining the Houston Astros. He's been really good back in the American League.
Yeah, 3-0 with a 2.37 ERA, 19 innings pitched, 14 strikeouts to 17 hits. Allow my go-tos to be successful, and they've had some success against Greinke throughout the career. The Angels hitting against their former teammate. Is stay back on the off-speed pitches. He will throw a lot of changeups and slow curves, and look away all day. He will pitch away, keep the ball down. If you get into pull mode against him, it'll be a tough matchup against Greinke, so you got to use that big part of the field.
Take a look at the defense for the Stros behind Zach Greinke. It looks like this with Brantley, Marisnick, and Reddick from left to right. Toro, Bregman, Altuve, and Gurriel from third to first. Correa's on the injured list. Robinson, Chirinos behind the plate.
It's still an excellent outfield in Michael Brantley. A little bit different though this year as far as fielding percentage at .979. In his career, career average out in the outfield .993. Career high, 3 errors out there. A little difficult as far as playing left field in this ballpark.
Zach Greinke's first one's down and away, and we're underway. Ball 1. David Fletcher. Fletcher hitting .287, 28 doubles, 4 triples, 5 home runs. He's driven home 42. Greinke with a little hesitation in his delivery.
generally is around the strike zone a lot. There's 28 walks and 165 innings combined this year. But behind 2-0 to Fletcher.
Fletch pops it up. Yuli Gurriel making the catch, and there's the first out of the game.
He's almost like a lefty. He never gives in, even when he's behind in the count, because he can change speed so well. Not overpowering anymore. Remember, at one point he was at mid to upper 90s with his fastball. Now his fastball is going to be about 88 to 93 max. 48% of his pitches fastballs. The other 52% consists of a slider, curve, a slower curve, and a changeup.
First one to Trout, in there for a strike. Mike hitting 296, 42 home runs, 98 runs batted in. He DH'd in Wednesday's contest against the Rangers. 1 for 4 with a single and a walk. Scored twice as he pops this one up. Yuli Gurriel. 2 down.
On the Hyundai Key. Very important as far as having your key, as far as staying back and trying to hit that ball the other way, but not get underneath some of the pitches for Zach Greinke here today. So far, a couple pop-ups in the infield.
Shohei Ohtani looking at a strike. The DH at 306, 16 home runs, 54 RBIs, 16 doubles and 4 triples as well. He did not play at Wednesday's contest, although he just pinch hit. He's late on that one. It's 0-2.
It's almost an artist on the mound for Zach Greinke. Spots the ball well, changes speeds, fields his position exceptionally well.
Wanted that pitch. It was just off the plate. 91-mile-per-hour fastball.
He's been a Gold Glover. You mentioned a pitcher, when he releases the baseball, becomes a 5th infielder, 5 straight. For Zach Greinke, very difficult to steal against as well.
It's cute. Foul. There's that slow breaking ball.
Why it should be a tough matchup here for Shohei against him if he keeps throwing that slow curveball. Shohei Ohtani can hit the fastball. He can also hit a slider, but that slow curveball and changeup has been the most difficult pitches for Ohtani this year.
Out toward left center field. Not very deep. Marisnick is there. Actually end up tracking all the way to the warning track. Angels down in order. We hit at the bottom of the first. Back at Michael Brantley to get hitting. He's in left. Alex Bregman, the shortstop. Yuli Gurriel at first base. Robinson Chirinos behind the plate. Abraham Toro, the third baseman. Jake Marisnick at center. Josh Reddick rounding out that starting 9. Jose Suarez is on the mound. 13th appearance, 12th start of the season. 2-4 with a 6.75 ERA.
Yeah, fastball is 90, 94, slider, curveball, and a very good changeup.
First one's downstairs.
Boy, Springer very dangerous in that first at bat of a game. You make sure you make some quality pitches against him here.
ERA. Springer hitting 295, 27 home runs, 68 RBIs. That's a pretty good pitch.
That might have been better than the pitch before.
And if he doesn't get that call, then you're in some serious trouble, because he needs a pitch inside. 2-1. That one's in off the plate. 3 balls and a strikeout. Tuve on deck. Stu Sherwater called the balls and strikes tonight. Al Porter at first. Mark Wegner, the crew chief, at second. Sean Barber at third base. And a leadoff walk.
My go-tos for Jose Suarez to have a solid game against a very deep lineup for the Houston Astros is established inside fastball early. Get some pop-ups, some swing and misses, jam the hitters, because what it does, it sets up the all-speed pitches. And when you get to those points, get swings on non-strike secondary pitches. That's going to be very important as well. When he's in the strike zone with his secondary pitches, it's been hit.
But it's not just do it a couple of times and then get away. You've got to continuously do it, right?
Game long,
right.
all game long. Because they'll remember the patterns you're doing.
Yeah. Three plays you just showed, perfect examples. Altuve shows bunt, pushes one up the first base side. Suarez will flip it over to Albert.
By the way, you'll take that.
Yeah, no doubt. But to your point about Suarez, yeah, he'll do it on occasion, and he'll make some great pitches. You'll get some easy outs out of it, but then all of a sudden it seems like he goes away from it and/or can't repeat to get back inside on right hand.
And I also think there's times when we will probably talk about during the course of the game, he's able to spin his curveball pretty good, but he goes away from it. He gets into that changeup mode, I think, a little bit too much. So fastball in, not just the first batter, a couple batters of the game, all game long. But don't go away from using your curveball as well, especially after you establish a heater inside.
Michael Brantley mentioned he's leading the league in hitting at .338 in the midst of a season-high 15-game hit streak.
Remember, that means inside the lefties as well. Brantley, you're talking about a hitter that's crushed off-speed pitches this season. So to get that off-speed and get that pitch for an out, you have to pitch inside as well. So get to that arm side fastball as well as the glove side fastball inside.
Fouls this one back.
You look at numbers this season, 341 versus off-speed pitches. See, that's second best in the show. Only DJ LeMahieu having a great season for the Yankees at 346. So he stays back, he makes contact, he knows the strike zone like most hitters in the lineup for the Astros here tonight. They know the strike zone very well.
Two balls, one strike. Altuve credited with a sacrifice, advancing Springer to second, even though it looked like he was trying to bunt for a base hit. He's trying to push it past the mound. Springer will lead off walk. Halos 3-6 against Houston on the season. Three balls, one strike.
And the Angels have pitched Altuve pretty well this year, but Michael Brantley has put up unreal numbers. 484 against the Angels this season. That's including 4 home runs.
I believe the last time I counted, it was earlier this week. There's six players on the Astros hitting 340 and above against the Angels this season. I think 3 of them over 400. 3-1. That is on the corner. Brantley doesn't think so.
Pretty good little slider, late break to it.
Full count.
Probably about a half a baseball off the corner, but you need that pitch called for you for Suarez, not only because it's a strike, but it allows you to have confidence in using that pitch tonight against the Astros.
Here's the payoff. Brantley fouls it back.
And because that pitch was called a strike the pitch before, Brantley expanded the strike zone and swung at a pitch out of the zone, something he doesn't do a whole lot of that, nor does this Astro lineup. The Angels, the same thing. They've been pretty good as far as swinging the pitches in the strike zone, both clubs this year.
Alex Bregman on deck. Another payoff. Brantley fouls it off. There's that slow breaking ball. Able to hang with it, track it. Last appearance for Suarez against the White Sox. 4 innings. Gave up 4 runs on 6 hits. 3-2 out toward left field. Near the wall and up to makes the catch. 2 down. Halos defensively stack up like this with Upton, Trout, and Calhoun in the outfield. Tyson Simmons on the left side, Fletcher and Pujols on the right, Bemboom behind the plate.
And Calhoun has made some really good plays and some good throws in this ballpark throughout his career. He's having another solid season as far as outfield assists with 6 of them. Tied for 4th in the majors with 53 outfield assists since 2014 for Cole Calhoun. Or should we say Kolsky?
Two outs for Bregman, starting shortstop. He's matched his career high in home runs with 31. 279 has a 407 on base percentage. With Correa on the shelf yet again. Bregman moves over to what is his natural position, shortstop. Toro getting called up and making the start at third base. This will be a second start. Two balls, no strikes. Houston at 46-16 at home. Best record in the American League at home. They have the 3rd best record overall behind the Dodgers and the Yankees. Those two teams locking horns at Dodger Stadium for a weekend set beginning tonight.
For the Dodgers, another walk-off win. 12 walk-off wins this year for the Dodgers.
What's the team a couple of years ago that was doing that fairly consistently? Just like 2 or 3 years ago.
I know Oakland was doing it quite a bit.
Yep, bouncer foul, 2-1. Maybe that's the one I was thinking of.
Seemed like every other day they were walking off at Oakland. They have been playing great baseball. They just swept the Yankees.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
So far, he's done a nice job with both his slider and curveball early on for Jose Suarez.
$18 pitches thrown, trying to work around the leadoff walk. And perhaps the bunt by Altuve turned this inning around for Suarez. Gift of an out. Bregman strikes out. So that leadoff walk stranded in scoring position. 1 complete. We're scoreless. Time of Angels baseball with your group of 20 or more. Get tickets for as low as $10 per seat. Call 888-796-HALO or visit angels.com/groups for more details. Halo fans all around us in this ballpark.
They always are here every single game the Angels play here in Houston.
Cole shooting one out toward right center field. That'll get down for a base hit. Cut off by Marisnick. Cole is on board to lead off the second with a single. Greinke had himself a 1-2-3 first with 3 fly ball outs. Gives up the knock, and Upton coming up.
Break a ball this time. Remember the first 3 batters of the game, he threw all first pitch fastballs, and Cole was ready first pitch, but he got an off-speed pitch, stayed back on it well. We talked about that earlier. You have to stay back, think middle of the field, gaps, turn on a pitch when it's on the inner half, but for the most part he's going to live away.
Justin hitting .217 with 9 home runs and 33 RBIs. Justin on Wednesday night 0 for 3. Did have a sac fly, picked up Somehow picked up 2 RBIs on that sac fly. Still amazing to me.
It's incredible. He'll take it though.
Heck yeah, he will. This is back up the middle, and that is a base hit. Back-to-back knocks open up the second.
Love the approach. Middle of the field 2 times in a row here this inning. Don't try to pull the baseball. That's a slider. Gets it by Greinke, who fields his position so well. You know he's upset he didn't make that play, but that ball was hit hard by J-Up. Hyundai key for this game today. Going a little Destiny's Child. Houston natives. Say my name. That means say your name a number of times in an inning. Those multi-base runner innings, multi-run innings against Greinke here in the Astros tonight.
Albert Pujols at the play with 2 on and nobody out. 249 hitter. 19 home runs and 75 runs batted in. Two balls, no strikes.
Albert, good career numbers against Greinke. 344, 11 for 32. The home run.
Albert did his 655th career double on Wednesday. Now 7th on the all-time list. All by himself as he takes a strike. George Brett next up, 665. He's now also tied with Willie Mays for 5th all-time in the extra base hits category, 1,323. Base hit to right center field with the shift on. Pujols beats it. Calhoun will score. Upton heading to third. The throw is off target, and Albert picks up his 76th RBI to give the Angels the early lead.
These approaches in this inning are absolutely perfect against Greinke. Albert Pujols picking up a 76th RBI. Now 13 for 30, 12 I should say for 33 against Greinke. Beating the shift. This Astro club will put the shift on, and it's been successful for him much as any team in baseball, but Albert beats it.
.377 career hits, now 7 shy, tying Cal Ripken on the all-time list. As Andrelton Simmons back in the starting lineup, takes a strike. Simba hitting .274, 16 doubles, 5 home runs, driven home 28. Popped up, foul territory, now comes out of play. Not a ton of room here in foul territory.
Overall, really good hitters ballpark. Quick infield. Pretty close dimensions to left field and right field. Got to crush the ball out to center. Where else? Hitter's haven here as far as fly balls.
Three consecutive singles to open up the second inning. The early lead for the Angels. Upton at third, Pujols at first. There's the old little ephus breaking ball that Zach will bust out on occasion.
And Simba was turning into that curveball. If you're going to get hit by a pitch, you'd like to get hit by a 67-mile-an-hour curveball, especially with 2 strikes.
Hard slider. The count remains at 1-2.
Doesn't it seem like Simba's stance a little more wide open here than normal? Part of the reason why he struggled when he came back from the first injury on the foot was he couldn't put a whole lot of weight on that weight transfer going forward on the front foot. Now feels fairly close to being 100%, and able to get that weight transfer to go to the front leg to be able to hit the ball hard.
That'll leave it up to count at 2-2. Been a struggle all season long for Simmons. He basically trying to kind of find himself, his swing, trying different things. We've seen the hands in different positions. You go through that when you know that you're not kind of clicking on all cylinders, trying to find a way.
He had the shoulder problem for part of spring training.
Back toward the middle. Bregman gloves it to Altuve. Barehands it, throws it to first. Safe at first. The run scores. But what a play by Bregman and Altuve just to even make it close. Angels up 2-0.
That was about as good as you could find, and to be able to have a shot at all of turning a double play against Simba with his speed. They did everything they could on that play. You got Bregman not using hand for the throw, and Altuve not using the glove for the play at second. Flips it, catches it with the bare hand, and quickly fires across. Simba able to beat it out though, picks up an RBI. It's 29th. But what a play by the Astros middle infielders. You mentioned earlier, Victor, he was drafted as a shortstop.
Yep, right now LSU. First out of the inning is recorded. Simmons picks up his 29th run batted in. He's at first base. Matt Thaiss, starting third baseman, 191 hitter, 6 home runs and 19 runs batted in. Mentioned earlier that Greinke is making his 4th start since joining Houston. He's gone 3-0 with a 2.37 ERA since joining the Stros. His last outing picked up his 200th career victory.
And you'll notice with Zack Greinke with the black hat on as compared to the white hats for the rest of the players. Reason for that is because for the hitters it'd be difficult, especially from certain arm angles, to be able to track the baseball out of the hand with the white hat as compared to the black hat here.
Hit towards short. Bregman drops the ball, fires the second. That's the only play they're going to get. Otherwise they turn a double play regardless. If he catches that, Simba is doubled up at first base. If he drops and picks it up immediately, they still turn the double play, but somehow because of the mistake by Alex, unable to corral it. Thaiss reaches on the fielder's choice.
Going quickly, Simba, then he's got to stop and then redirect and then go back towards second. Something you don't want to see him have to do, especially dealing with that foot injury. It seems to be okay. Got down the line pretty quick as well to prevent a double play from being turned against him.
That was actually Toro, the third baseman, with the shift on. Got handcuffed on that. But it would have, you're talking about Greinke's hat prior to that pitch. It would have been kind of a novel thing for MLB to think about that when they decided to go with the all white, the all black unis, and perhaps maybe even give the umpires a different color shirt since they're wearing black as well. But that's neither here nor there.
No. Moving forward.
Yeah, it's like Spy versus Spy, the old Mad Magazine cartoon. The players get the opportunity to personalize the sleeves, the socks, the cleats, the bats, gloves, nicknames, but the uniforms, that's all done by Major League Baseball, which I thought was interesting. I remember I told you the story about Brian Goodwin when the first list originally came out that his last name was Goodwin. He had no idea that they had already started picking names.
Going to be good.
Yeah,
well, Greinke's he's got a great nickname going on the back.
He was thinking outside the box when asked about his nickname. (13 starts for the Angels back in 2012. 2-0. Thaiss breaks his bat. Toro. Flip it to Bregman. Third out is recorded. The Angels strike early. Couple of runs on 3 hits. We're headed to the bottom of the second. Nothing. Halos lead it. Gurriel, Chirinos, and Toro coming up. Jose Suarez delivered a leadoff walk to George Springer. Eventually got into scoring position, but Suarez stranded him there. Fly ball to left off the bat of Bradley to strike out of Alex Bregman. Yuli Gurriel, first baseman, hitting .304, 25 home runs, 89 runs batted in.
Well, Gurriel has really put together a solid season. 25 home runs, 34 doubles, 2 triples, .304 batting average. He's hit the fastball well. .314 versus fastball. He's also hit Suarez's secondary pitches very well this season. So far, so good as far as putting that fastball in the inside part of the plate. Gurriel always looking away late in the count.
It's an out toward right center field. Trout is there. One away.
So far, so good for Rancis on the mound tonight for the Angels.
Here's Robinson Chirinos, the catcher, hitting .239, 14 home runs and 45 runs batted in. One ball, 2 strikes. Battle of a fellow countrymen, Chirinos and Suarez. Chirinos with the bat adorned with the Venezuelan colors of the flag. Suarez with the similar type kicks. This one's fouled off to the right.
That's pretty cool.
One, 2. Got a piece of it.
It's a solid changeup there from Suarez.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Now they use this weekend, they say, to kind of let players show off their personalities, and I think they've done more and more of that over the last couple of years. But I think for guys like Suarez and Chirinos and other Venezuelans, especially with everything that's going on in that country, it gives them an opportunity to show some pride still in their homeland. Many of them still live there and or have tons of family there. Always in their thoughts. This one's just off the plate, full count.
That's a great point, Victor.
Major League Baseball yesterday coming out with a statement telling Venezuelan players or Major League players not to go play in Venezuela due to the unrest. This one's pulled over to short. But it's tough to get those guys not to go back to their home country and support the people there. But it's great that you see some of these across, and not just the Venezuelans, but the Colombians, all the players that are coming from different countries get a chance to showcase not just about them, but where they came from. 2 outs here in the second now. There's Abraham Toro. Second major league game for Toro, called up. 22-year-old native of Quebec, Canada. 5th round pick in 2016. Seminole State Junior College. A lot of pop in that bat. They're not quite sure. Playing a lot of third base. Not sure where he's going to end up eventually, but 17 home runs in the minor leagues this year combined. .324 average. Pulled toward short. Angleton down on a knee. Gets down the line pretty well.
Say he got down there quick.
Yeah. A 1-2-3 shutdown inning for Suarez. Angels on top 2-0. The seats. 1-2-3 for the Halos here in the third against Zack Greinke. As Fletcher pulls this one foul. Saw that foul ball going to the netting there. Astros had just extended the netting on both sides all the way down, which I was thinking it was kind of odd watching players trying to sign autographs before the game. They were doing the right underneath the net, a little spot you could hand the ball off to, but more and more teams starting to extend the netting. I know here they had a young boy, I think it was, who got struck by a ball earlier this year. As Fletcher punches one down the right field line. This one slicing foul. One ball, 2 strikes. David popped out to Gurriel on an off-speed pitch in the first. That was 2-year-old girl was hit earlier this year.
You'll hear Greinke grunting pretty much on every pitch he throws.
Over to short. Bregman comes in, backhands it, gets rid of it quickly, and sails it over the head of Gurriel. Fletcher on board with an infield base hit.
Notice quick Fletcher getting down the line forces Bregman to try to get rid of that baseball quicker, and an off-balance throw, a high throw, even with a good throw, more than likely isn't throwing out Fletcher anyhow.
That's a tough play like that to the backhand.
Yeah. And knowing you have to get rid of it quickly.
So Trout will bat with a man on.
14th infield hit for David Fletcher, second on the team. Shohei Ohtani leading the team. Infield hits with 17.
I don't know if that would have been my first guess.
Yeah.
But now that you say it,
with that speed.
Yeah. Especially the ones to the right side makes it interesting.
Yeah.
That one in for a strike.
Altuve leads the American League with 27.
That's not surprising.
Yes.
Well, he also bunts a lot too.
Yeah.
Have a slow start for Altuve, but got it back to his old self. Closer and closer to 300. Halos with 2 in a second, lead it. Just off the plate.
Remember Mike Trout homered off of Greinke in the All-Star game a couple years back. One of his 2 MVPs in the All-Star games for Trout.
Opposite field?
Yep.
Citi Field? I think. Or Cincinnati.
I think it feels like it was Cincinnati.
Downstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Check swing foul.
And because of the fact that Greinke throws so many off-speed pitches, he will throw a fastball in, but it's generally going to be off the plate in, like that one was to Trout.
Trout goes down for the first out. First strikeout of the game for Greinke.
That could be his changeup there, even though it's 89, but his changeup's 88, 89. Fastball's 90, 91. That's that sink action to it. Felix Hernandez, Zach Greinke, power changeups with sink action to it.
Shohei, a fly ball to center. That had some carry, taking Marisnick to the warning track.
Just looking at these uniforms, they might have to use these uniforms in Iowa next year.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams.
And it was Cincinnati that showed. Greinke gave up the home run to Trout. 2015 All-Star game. Okay, just waiting for Shoeless Joe Jackson to come out of the the green grass looking batter's eye here in Houston.
Yeah, just keep walking out there. And Moon Lake Ram to stroll back into the cornstalk. That's a changeup once again. Most times when you look at the changeup for Greinke, it's never in the strike zone. It starts right at the knees and ends up out of the strike zone. But not a huge separation in the speed of his fastball and his changeup. That's what makes it so effective, his changeup now.
It seems also, too, Gooby, that everything seems to move. This one over down two, but he got rid of it quickly. And you have to try to double up Shohei Ohtani, and that's exactly what the Astros did.
Refreshing finish going back to that All-Star game with Greinke on the mound against Mike Trout. A firm fastball away. Homers. Cincinnati get the scoring going for the American League on the way to an MVP on that home run off of Zach Greinke and the All-Star game for Trout.
We mentioned it.
We build it.
Barnes
They will come.
delivers.
Yes.
Our producer.
Welcome back, Ed.
Jake Marisnick leading things off. 8-9-1 for the Stros here in their half of the third. Marisnick hitting 241. 9 home runs and 28 runs batted in. So far, so good for Jose Suarez. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Retiring to sign in order in the second.
Solid changeup. That pitch has been good for him because of his ability to go inside with a slider and fastball against right-handed batters to this point for Suarez.
Good pitch in on the hand, so he's continuing to do that. Key for him.
You can see the swings here and the approach completely different than normal for the Astros. We saw that last time for Suarez against them, even though he had a no decision. They were looking out over the plate. He's jamming it pretty good. That's a firm fastball inside of 94. So he goes back-to-back fastballs in.
Two. Almost got him to chase the breaking ball. Full count.
Almost close enough to call it a strike as well. So you go fastball in, setting up the all-speed pitch. That's back-to-back fastballs, and then a changeup just a little below the strike zone.
Ends up losing him. Leadoff man on board. Marisnick will run. 10 stolen bases, been caught twice this year.
Mr. Irrelevant at the plate now for the Astros. not irrelevant when it comes to Ric Flair. The Nature Boy threw out the first pitch the other day here for the Astros, and Reddick caught that first pitch.
I wonder if that's why A.J. Hinch bounded him in the number 9 spot today, since he chose Mr. Irrelevant as his nickname. Usually reserved for the last person drafted. This one cued up the middle. And probably a little miscommunication there. I think Simmons thought that Fletcher was going to go after it.
Yeah, I thought
that's a ball typically Andrelton will make a play on.
Yeah. There wasn't a whole lot of exit velocity on that swing in the connection from Mr. Irrelevant.
First hit for Houston.
And you're talking about a big moment here now for Suarez and the Angels.
Springer with a walk in the first.
Usually very aggressive on the first pitch.
Takes downstairs. Springer's bat the same color of what the old Astros players' weekend jerseys look like. Neon orange.
Jorge on the back of that jersey for Springer. Five home runs, 11 RBIs versus the Angels this year. One of those 6 players you were mentioned earlier, Victor, with really solid offensive numbers against the Angels this season.
Two on count. Changeup towards short. Simmons has it. Quick release to Fletcher. Nice double play turn, 2 outs.
4th double play turn behind Suarez this season. That's a big pitch. He gets 2 outs with 1 pitch. Key moment, couple on, 2-0 lead, and you're making solid pitches. Our top tier play brought to you by Arco. Soft contact, 6-4-3 on the double play turn of the middle infielders for the Halos.
11th double play that Springer's hit into this year. Altuve and Brantley tied at 16. Altuve takes the breaking ball in the dirt. Marisnick stays at third.
Amazing player, Jose Altuve.
Begging for tryouts.
That is the beauty of this game. Still love that photo we have Altuve standing next to Aaron Judge.
One-0 pitch.
Pretty cool picture out there on social media today where Aaron Judge is going to be wearing some cleats today and all weekend long, signed by some little leaguers. It's pretty cool. Size 17 cleat for Aaron Judge.
Altuve takes a strike. Breaking ball into the fastball. Leads.
Size 17. Aaron Judge.
Altuve on a 1-2 count singles to center, and the Astros get on the board.
Right back up the middle, fastball away, didn't try to do a whole lot with it. Short through the baseball for Altuve. So a base hit now, 57 RBIs now.
Angels lead cut in half. It's 2-1. Here's Brantley. Almost gets hit. Brantley lifted one out to left field in his first at bat, so he's 0 for 1.
He's been crushing the baseball. 15-game history, 476. 19 runs scored. Suarez has a pretty good move, borderline balk move. First base, 3 pickoffs this year.
Pretty good spot as far as the location is concerned. Evens the count up at a ball and a strike. One. Bradley hits one off the end of the bat to shallow center field. Fletcher going out. Trout coming in. It falls in there. Well, you've seen a bevy of those cue shots already in this game on both sides.
And when you're riding a 15-game hit streak, even when you don't have a great swing of the baseball, somehow that finds that outfield grass, and that's exactly what happened to Michael Brantley.
Two outs, 2 on. Alex Bregman, the batter. He struck out on the first. Now Altuve, the base runner at third base. Brantley at first. Bregman now 2-time All-Star. All-Star MVP last year. Throw to first. Brantley's back. Here's the 1-0. Swing. Fouls it. 1-1 strike.
He's located his changeup for the most part very solid tonight.
Not a big lead for Brantley at first base. 1-1. Off speed. He's got a feel for that today.
But he's getting swings like that against the changeup because he's throwing a lot of fastballs off the plate in. We're all in the corner in. Great spot. Got him to chase the change up his first at bat.
Off speed.
3 in a row.
That's when you know you're feeling pretty good about a certain pitch.
And still not a good swing at that one either. Even though you've been at almost the exact same spot, same speed. Very good.
You've got a hitter looking for. You don't know what. That's the beauty. That's when you know you've got it working, at least in the early part of a game.
And the Angels have fallen into that pattern of that high fastball. It's almost as if he's still thinking, is he going to try to run that high fastball to me at some point in this sequence? And because of that, he's been chasing those changeups down.
But you were talking about a borderline balk move for Suarez. And it's not so much about the foot, it's about the angle between where he's going. See how that foot's going towards home?
And even the foot is going towards and going past the pitching rubber, which means you have to throw the ball home. So you can cross that knee past the pitching rubber. That was a little bit better.
Yeah. The one right before was pretty close to a balk, if not a balk. One, two. Fouled off.
Late on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball.
Making Suarez work here in this third inning. He's at 60 pitches currently. Bregman, the sixth man to come to the plate. But with one pitch can get out of it, allowing just one run and still maintain a lead. Big lead for Altuve at third with Thaiss playing deep. Bregman fouls that one at the plate. Another off-speed pitch.
You have to play deep at third now, especially with 2 strikes, because this baseball will go flying on this infield, this grass, tight infield grass and quick dirt.
Good little battle here. Try it again. Bregman fouls it off.
Boy, a lot of good pitches thrown in this sequence by Suarez against Bregman. You just get a little bit nervous now because at some point, if you do make a mistake, you hope the baseball's hit at somebody in the field. Even if it's hit hard, you'll be okay, because he's made a lot of really good pitches, and Bregman's fouled off a ton of them now.
Bregman pops it up left side. Andrelton Simmons coming in, taking charge. Third out is reported.
Simmons back.
Yes, he is.
Taking everything hit in the air. Halo's still up, 2-1. Pitches by Jose Suarez. Doug White looked like they were talking about sequences that inning, and some solid sequences as far as establishing fastballs in, but his changeup really good as well.
Top of the fourth inning, Calhoun up to Pujols for the Angels against Zack Greinke. 1 strikeout, no walks, 4 hits allowed. Cole has one of those hits. He opened up the second with a single. Scored one of the 2 runs that inning. Cole came in back 232 on the season. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You look for patterns. What you want to try to do as a left-handed batter, a lot of times, nearly 50% of the time, Greinke will throw a changeup. on this count. See if he stays with that pattern. Slow curveball.
I can't imagine you ever trying to do that little hitch in the delivery once you lift the leg.
No, not the way I threw with my arm action.
Cole rips one out to right field, and that one will hit off the ball, off the base of the wall, I should say. Played nicely by Reddick as he gets it back in. It's a double for Calhoun.
2 for 2 for Cole. 9 for 16 now in his career versus Greinke. Part of the reason why you see him in the number 4 spot in the lineup ahead of Justin Upton is success against Greinke, and 2 good swings already this evening for Cole against Greinke. Just missed a home run. Lower part of the wall.
Upton lifts one on the right side. Now Altuve with the call of the catch, 1 down.
And Upton before that pop-up, 7 for 16 in his career versus Greinke. So a lot of hitters in this lineup with good numbers against Greinke. Greinke overall 4 and 5 versus the Angels. And ERA just under 4.
Albert with an RBI single in the 2nd inning. Albert just punching one through the right side. That 2nd inning at bat, picking up a 76th run batted in.
Altuve now over on the second base side. Now away from the shift.
Dribbler toward third. Toro charges like a bull. 2 down.
Nice play coming in on that slow roller. Albert going down the line.
That's his last name, folks. That's not his nickname. Toro.
Towards the end of the bat after a fastball in. Toro charging. Nice play to first base.
2 outs. Calhoun still at second. Here's Simmons. Reached on a fielder's choice in the 2nd inning. 0 for 1. He's returned to the starting lineup. Played since the 2nd of August. Seems longer than that, doesn't it?
It's been a while.
Halos with 2 runs on 5 hits have stranded 1. The Astros with the run on 3 hits. They've left 1 on base. Coming into play, career record of 200 and 122, 3.35 ERA. 6-time All-Star. Has won a Cy Young. This is lifted at the left field. Bradley back now comes in. Simmons just got underneath that one. The Angels leave that leadoff double stranded at scoring position and still lead at 2-1. Palm Springs and Experience extraordinary. Downtown Houston, the opener of a 3-game set against the Houston Astros. Angels will visit Houston one more time. That'll be the last road trip of the season, 3rd week of September.
Still amazing we've been done going to Seattle about a month ago.
Yeah, done now with Arlington.
Yep.
The series that concluded on Wednesday. Taylor's up 2-1. Yuli Gurriel leading things off. He will look at a strike. 2 more road trips. Angels will be on this week on, week off for the rest of the year. This one's out toward left field. Houston, by the way, will finish the regular season in Southern California, taking on the Angels for a 4-game series.
Last road trip of the season for the Halos, they go to New York to take on the Yankees, and then back here to take on the Astros. Also go to Oakland next road trip. They are playing very, very well.
Yeah,
that's a dangerous club right now.
This Angels schedule not pretty the rest of the way. Tampa Bay, Boston, Cleveland, New York, Houston a couple of times, Oakland a couple of times. No, one more time. Oakland. No, 2 more times.
Yeah, at home as well.
At home too, a 2-game series like last week. This is down toward left center field. That is going to get down for extra bases. Ball just checked up on the grass. Trout was shading Chirinos a little bit toward the opposite way, so he had a long way to go. Seemed like that ball hung up there forever, didn't it?
In the way the defense was set up. And that's why you see the Astros a lot in this ballpark. They play their corner outfielders in the gap. The Trout leaning a little bit towards right center. Ball just stayed up there and checked up.
Abraham Toro 0 for 1, 0 for 5 to start his major league career. Back up the middle through the legs. Nice play by David Fletcher. Safe at first, though. That's a heck of a play.
Speed, but what a play by Fletcher.
There's that first major league hit.
And we saw him get down the line the first at bat, how quick he got down there. This was an outstanding play by David Fletcher. Right back up the middle between the legs of Suarez. Gets it at, spins around. He's able to beat it out for his first at major league hit.
Angels are fortunate. Chirinos got a terrible read at second base. He should be standing at third. I don't know what he was thinking with the shift on, but
the
you
ball's
still have
hit to your left.
Yeah. It once it got past Suarez, you should be.
Yeah.
You could walk to third base. Marisnick walked, leading off the third, and scored. Takes downstairs.
That's a good pitch. Really, it was the lower part of the strike zone. So far, 1 double play turn behind Suarez tonight. Could use 1 now again. Finish off the inning.
They got Springer last inning with that changeup. 6-4-3 double play. Off speed out toward right center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Scoring is Chirinos. On his way to third base is Toro. And we're tied at 2. 3 straight 1-out hits.
Out over the plate. A little too much to the plate here for Suarez against Marisnick, and he hits it to right center. Picking up an RBI single. Marisnick has really hit the Angels well this year. 6 for 12 now. The walk is first at bat.
Get a word in from Jack in the Box.
Burger looks good.
Try my $4.99 barbecue bacon double cheeseburger combo.
Josh Reddick, the batter, he singled in the third inning. Breaking ball, a beauty. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2. Watch out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trevor Cahill, Noe Ramirez getting ready. We're in the 4th inning. 2-2 tie. 73 pitches for Suarez. Got him with the breaking ball.
Good breaking ball. Good sequence. Entire at bat. As far as against Reddick, it's a big strikeout.
Good breaking ball. Good spin to it.
Springer with a walk and a double play ball. Astros tying it up on the Marisnick single. Springer takes what he thought was off the plate. Might to count up.
Might have been about a half a baseball off the plate. It was changeup. That's why there's times to catch. You just catch it, frame it there. Don't try to bring it back, even though it's a little bit off the plate.
Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, and 2 on. Left side, Theis has it. Big hop. Fires it to second. They force out Marisnick for round number 3. But the Astros tied up. That's the car for you. SoCalChevy.com. Tied at 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. The opener of a 3-game set. Zack Greinke back to work. He'll face 8, 9, and 1 for the Angels. Greinke with 1 strikeout. Helped out by Jake Marisnick's single to make it a 2-2 game. Theis, third baseman tonight, reached down a fielder's choice in the second. He's 0 for 1.
Three for 42 on the road for Matt Theis, looking for that first career home run on the road. Greinke's allowed 17 home runs, 8 versus lefties, 9 versus right-handed batters coming into the game tonight. Yeah, you try to pull that slow curveball on the outside part of the plate. Very, very difficult to make contact.
Matt shooting one down the left field line and slicing foul. Never know here with the Crawford boxes. Just 315 down the left field line.
sure feels closer than that.
There's no ballpark that you're happy with the dimensions down the lines.
I needed to see the old
Colorado,
Yankee Stadium.
maybe.
I needed
Even
that.
there.
Yeah, I needed that old Yankee Stadium in left center field.
This is ripped to right field, a base hit. Reddick over to cut it off. Goes into a slide, bobbles it. Theis is trying to go to second, and Matt is in there with a double.
I like that. You got to take chances. Fourth double, first hit versus the Astros for Matt Theis.
Somehow I think you would have been complaining about the Polo Grounds.
This time another slow curveball, but got more of the plate. During that earlier pitch, it was on the outside corner. Tracked that one well. Matt Theis out of the batter's box thinking double. Picks up a double in scoring position as the Angels try to get back that lead.
Fourth double of the season. Halos had a leadoff double by Calhoun in the fourth, but he was stranded there. So it's up to Bemboom, Fletcher, and Trout here to snap this 2-2 tie. We're in the fifth. This is sixth hit for the Angels. Good hack by Anthony. No balls and a strike. He's 0 for 1. Fielder's choice in the second. Two for 21 as an Angel. Pardon me, 2 for 20 as an Angel.
Very important at the very least, hit a ground ball to the right side of the infield. And Greinke, being the veteran that he is, he's trying to stay away. He's going to try to force Bemboom, if he makes contact, to hit the ball to the left side of the field. There's a slow break a ball or something on the inner half gives Bemboom a chance to hit the ball to the right side.
One and two. He's only thrown 63 pitches. Seems like more.
He will take some time in between pitches, especially with runners on base.
2 starts as a member of the Astros. He's gone 6, 6, and 7 innings respectively. This was to the left side. Bregman's plays to first, has to hurry up and just do get Bemboom. Nice play by Bregman and good read by Theis.
Able to advance Theis to third. David Fletcher coming to play. Let's take a look at the TD Ameritrade, the right call as far as highest contact rate on pitches in the strike zone. Best in baseball, Michael Brantley, 96%. David Fletcher right behind him at 95.7% contact rate of pitches in the strike zone. Infield in now for the Astros. Two of the best in the game as far as contact with pitches in the zone. Brantley, Fletcher.
Takes a fastball for a strike. 1 for 2. Base hit to right his last time up.
David Fletcher at the plate trying to make contact. David Fletcher, one of the most difficult, is the most difficult to strike out as far as the lowest strikeout percentage in the game. Michael Brantley right behind him is in that category as well. 2 other Astros. This club highest slugging percentage, and they make contact. The Astros, with David Fletcher the best, 9.2%.
Ground ball to short. 2 down. Greinke got him to swing at his pitch.
Lower part of the strike zone. That's exactly what Greinke was trying to do. Fletcher so good, the upper third. Low part of the zone. And you know Greinke knows those numbers.
Trout facing Greinke, who's working from the windup. Slow breaking ball. Mike has popped out and struck out.
Remember, there was a time, especially with the Astros or most clubs, with Trout in this spot, end up just walking him, but Shohei Ohtani hitting behind him is giving Trout many more opportunities to get pitched to hit. With runners in scoring position.
Trout pops it up. Got a fastball. Altuve underneath it. Back-to-back innings, a leadoff double stranded on the bases. We're off to the bottom of the 5th. Tied at 2. The 4th. But Jose, after giving up the run that tied things up, settled down, got the final outs. And now here the 5th inning faces Altuve, Brantley, and Bregman. I don't think he's pitched poorly at all. I think he's done exactly what he set out to do. Just pitch inside, keep guys off balance. We've seen some uncomfortable swings.
And even some of the hits he's allowed haven't really been squared up real well. Just placed perfectly.
I'm actually trying to think of which one has been the hardest hit ball. They've all been kind of soft.
From
Even the double by
Chirinos,
Chirinos was kind of lofted out there to left center. Wasn't driven.
Marisnik's RBI single just flared into right center.
Altuve, Zach Bunn of the first, singled home will run the first run of the game for Houston in the 3rd inning. 57th RBI. 1-0 now.
A lot of times when you see pitchers, especially young pitchers, who paint a fastball like that, 92, come back with a changeup. Same plane.
Out to center field. Trout's there. 1 away.
So far, so good for Jose Suarez. Tonight, let's take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. And why is that? It's because he's been able to establish fastballs in. Uncomfortable for the hitters, the Astros, against Suarez. And then you're getting swings pulling off speed pitches because he's going inside and made the hitters uncomfortable. And it's making those secondary pitches that much better for him tonight.
Michael Brantley looks at a strike. He's 1 for 2.
Even his base hit was not hit well.
Right.
Good pitch. Right on the hands.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Brantley extending his hitting streak to 16 games. That 3rd inning single. And Brantley goes down swinging. 3rd strikeout of the game for Suarez. 2 outs here at the 5th.
And you go back to that fastball in 91 and jammed them on the hands, open up the outer part of the plate. Good breaking ball. Nice job with his off-speed pitches at their fastballs in. was a changeup, as a matter of fact, not even a slider. Had good action to it at the end.
Bregman 0 for 2 with the strikeout of Papa. Takes a strike. Bregman, it seems, has had a pretty difficult time against him.
He's really spun some really good curveballs. Well above average as far as spin rate on his curveball tonight.
Two. Bregman pulls one past a diving Matt Thaiss. I thought he had a beat on it. He'll end up at second with a 2-out double. Really thought off the bat that Matt was tracking it. Bregman picks up his 27th double.
One of the few secondary pitches that he's got a lot of the strike zone with. Just past his glove.
Brad Ausmus coming out with 2 outs. 92 pitches for Suarez. Yuli Gurriel coming to the plate. 0 for 2 on the night. Looks like Ausmus might be making a move. And sure enough, pitching change. We are in the 5th inning with 2 outs. 92 pitches for Suarez. He departs. A 2-2 game.
By Jose Suarez tonight against this very good Astros lineup. And take a look at Arcia, given everything, and you can see why those numbers were very impressive for Suarez, because the overall numbers against the Angels as far as the Astros hitting this year, .316 batting average versus the Angels this season for the Astros. Third best. Rockies .333 versus the Padres, and the White Sox .327. That's the best in 2019 versus the division opponent.
Yuli Gurriel to face Noe Ramirez. Fastball missing down and away. Bregman standing at second base.
I saw in between innings Brad Ausmus and Jose Molina talking with Jose Suarez, and you could see the confidence in his eyes and face what he did tonight. Granted, it's a 2-2 game and a run around at second base for Suarez, but I like the way he threw the baseball. Pitched inside with conviction tonight.
Slider misses. 2 balls, no strikes. Noe on for the 38th time. 4-2 with a 3.25 ERA. Gurriel. Couple of fly ball outs. Gets the benefit of the call. 2-1.
We were talking in between breaks how this is a tough matchup for Noe Ramirez. A lot of pitches away. And what we saw throughout this entire season for Gurriel, he hits the pitches away very well to right field. So Cole Calhoun has got to be ready on something on the outer half. Remember, even a couple home runs to right field for Gurriel this year against the Angels.
American League Player of the Month for July. Last 48 games, 16 doubles, 20 home runs, 57 runs batted in.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be somewhat hot. Breaking ball.
See that? Even though that wasn't by design, that's a good pitch. Because he's looking away, you give up on a pitch like that as a right-handed batter against a right-handed pitcher. Even by his reaction, he knew that he was tracking away.
Shoots this one out to right field. Cole racing back at the wall, gone. 2-run home run. Houston leads it 4-2.
That's his numbers. And what we showed his reaction on the pitch before inside as compared to something out over the plate, and how many home runs he's hit against the Angels that way this season. Here's the previous pitch inside, takes it, frozen by it, and then goes back away with a fastball and another home run right field for Gurriel versus the Angels. It's his 5th home run. At least 3 of them, remember, in this ballpark that way.
Robinson Chirinos takes a strike. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Suarez sucks up one of those runs. '26th home run, now at 91 RBIs for Yuli Gurriel. Good off-speed pitch, 0-2. Suarez charged for 3 runs in his 4 2/3.
As much as we talk about the other hitters in the lineup for the Astros, Gurriel has really done a lot of damage against the Angels this year. So I think that pitch right there would have been a better pitch to Gurriel. Right in that spot. Even a fastball in. A tough one for Suarez had to add that run on that home run by Gurriel.
Especially after retiring the first 2 batters, hitting Bradley on a strikeout. He had handled Gurriel in the first 2 ABs. But it was Ramirez that was called upon. Foul back. Count remains at 2-2. Full count. Chirinos strikes out. Well, the Frisbee slider for the 3rd out, but Gurriel a 2-run home run gives Houston the 4-2 lead as we head to the 6th.
V for the details.
Zach Greinke has himself a 4-2 lead as we start the 6th inning. Cool hat, a little bit of both. Texas flavor. Angels jersey. A good flow.
Oh yes.
Yeah, gooby flow right there. Both of them. Chill. Ohtani, Calhoun, and Upton for the Angels here in the 6th. Making 1 strikeout, no walks. 6 hits allowed. This one bounced over to second. Dropped by Altuve. Put it in your pocket. You're not going to throw him out.
Ball hit hard by off of Altuve's glove by Showtime. Shohei hits that well. Altuve knows he's got to get the backhand and get rid of it quickly. Unable to control the baseball though.
Altuve charged with the error. Here's Cole, 2 for 2, single and a double. Hits this one through the shift, a 3-hit game. Ohtani's going to turn and head to third. And the Angels have runners at first and third to start the 6th inning. Two singles and a double for Calhoun.
Now 10 for 17 versus Greinke for Cole Calhoun. Three infielders on the right side of the infield. Cole says, no problem. I'll still find a hole.
Upton with a single and a run scored in the second. Popped out in the fourth. Plays off. One ball, no strikes. He's up to bat. War stick. It's got a hawk painted on there. The hawk represents deadly force created when clear vision meets intense focus, allowing it to hunt with unmatched speed and accuracy. That's why that hawk is on that bat.
J up. I was going to say it's J up, J hawk.
Pretty cool, some of the artwork, if you will. Cleats, bats. He's ahead of the count at 2 balls, no strikes.
You know, Greinke's not giving in even on a 2-0 count and throwing a fastball. On a slow curveball instead. It starts with that changeup grip.
I don't know if Justin's upset at himself for taking that fastball.
Because he hits the tracks low fastballs very well. Be really surprised if Greinke throws him anything in the strike zone now. The count even back up at 2.
Full count. Do you start Calhoun from first? Pujols on deck.
If you do that, you're making sure you have to make sure that Justin makes contact and or does not chase something out of the strike zone. Greinke's only allowed 1 stolen base all season long. 5 attempts against him. He has a couple pickoffs, so you're going to have to somehow get a big jump. Nope.
Popped up, foul on the first base shot and out of play.
Now, if you have a pitcher that's allowed some stolen bases against him, well, yeah, definitely you go. But when you're that quick to the plate, you put a lot of pressure on the hitter to make contact and swing at a strike. Otherwise, you might take yourself out of an inning with Albert Pujols waiting on deck, who's got good career numbers against Greinke as well.
Another payoff, bouncer to third base. Toro goes to second for 1. Quick relay to first, and not a tie. The run scores. It's 4-3 Houston. Upton picks up an RBI.
quick turn, but Upton able to beat that out. Good read by Ohtani to be able to score on contact there. See, so get that foot down before Altuve's throw makes it over to Gurriel. Fielder's choice RBI for Upton.
Albert, 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out.
Now this inning started with Shohei Ohtani reaching on the error by Altuve. Because of that speed, take a look at our StatCast AI powered by AWS. This is elite sprint speed, 30.0 foot per second for Ohtani going down the line. That forced Altuve to try to be quicker. It's pretty surprised they actually gave him an error on that one, because even if he comes up cleanly with that baseball, it's going to be a tough play with Ohtani going down the line with that speed. It ends up being an error, and Ohtani comes around and scores already in this inning.
Albert flares one out to left field. It's a 2-hit game for Pujols.
There's been some well-placed baseballs tonight.
Yep. Andrelton Simmons back in the starting lineup off the injured list. 0 for 2 so far. Both teams now with 8 hits on the night. The chase a breaking ball, first pitch.
Hasn't seen a lot of live pitching for Andrelton Simmons. That's game type action, what I mean by that. So the timing take a little bit for Simba. So just having him back, the presence, you know he's going to make some contact. Your leader of the defense back in there.
No balls, 2 strikes. Two off-speed pitches, 2 very slow off-speed pitches. Upton the base runner at second, Pujols at first. Halos down 1. Two balls, 2 strikes.
Try to give him a chase of fastball. Well out of the strike zone. Still no action yet in the bullpen for the Astros.
Just at 83 pitches. Ground ball right back to the mound. Fired to second for 1. The relay to first. Inning-ending double play. Second one turned by the Astros tonight. Angels get one of the runs back. Still down 4-3.
In May Park, after the game is Ken French, and I will bring you Angels Live post-game presented by Nissan. Looking into the return of Jose Suarez to the mound. Hopefully that slider will continue to work. And the Angels offense against former Angel Zach Greinke. Crawford boxers, distance, Gooby. I had a chance to maybe hit 3 in the season here. What do you think?
4-3. Houston leads it. So 3 to the Crawford boxes. He thinks he could hit it. How about you? What do you think? I was thinking hit more than that.
I would think he'd be able to do that for sure.
What about you?
Oh, if I hit it from shortstop, I think I'd get 4 or 5.
You, come on,
I
you're
can
complaining.
go, yeah,
You're saying it's not even 315.
I can go in there. I can go in there. Yes,
of course you
definitely.
can.
Yes.
You can go that way left-handed. And I've seen you swing left-handed.
Yeah, there you go.
Abraham Toro, switch hitting third baseman, picked up his first major league hit in the 4th infield variety. He's 1 for 2. In his big league debut last night, back out there again this evening. Dribbler right side. Noe Ramirez has it go underneath his glove.
Did a nice job of tracking that baseball as if he looked up to see if Albert was going to be there first. I think it's one of those plays when you feel that you run right to the bag, take the throw out of the equation.
Base hit for Toro.
That's a base hit, but the Ohtani ground ball was an error.
Home cooking. Marisnick on board twice with a walk and a run scored. And that was in the 3rd.
Some serious home cooking.
Yeah.
We showed the sprint speed going down the line for Shohei Ohtani. It's ruled an error on the backhand by Altuve off the glove. That's a ground ball right at Noe. Fields it, can flip it over to first or run and get to the base himself.
There goes Toro. The pitch is a strike to throw down and safe at second. First major league stolen base. I don't know how he kept that foot on the base.
Hamilton Simmons didn't think he did it. This kid's got some pretty good speed.
Looked like he did, Goo. Unless I missed something. Angels still looking in. And now they're going to challenge it.
I don't know if the foot is against right there or against David Fletcher's foot, not able to get to the base. He's off the bag initially. I don't know if he's touching the base there or not. It looked like he reached back with his toe. If it's stuck against Fletcher, he is out. But it's a tough angle from where we're at as well. Is it enough to overturn it? He's definitely off the bag for a second. So this angle may be a little bit better too as well. Yeah, he's not on the base there.
Yeah,
he's out.
There looks like for sure.
He should be out.
Headset's coming off. Yep, there it is. That last angle that we showed from first base.
This is the one. And as that foot is off the base and Fletcher's foot is kind of blocking him from getting back in there. See the separation, then reaches back.
One now. 1-2. Definitive proof. We finally got it. That was unintentional on Fletcher's part. It's not as if he was just trying to. He was moving towards a retag.
He wasn't doing the old Bobby Grich to make sure you couldn't get back to the base.
I love that move. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
This is the first time Noe's faced Marisnick since hitting that game at home, where he was suspended for 3 games as well.
Astros weren't overly thrilled with the location of the pitch. As Marisnick is on board a 3rd time. Halos, of course, certainly not thrilled with Marisnick's approach at the plate and taking out Lucroy either. But it's all sorted now. Here comes Reddick.
I see Marisnick on the move as well.
Reddick with a single and a strikeout. There goes Marisnick. First pitch, got a breaking ball. Bemboom's throw, a good one. Quick tag by Andrelton Simmons.
That's 2 caught stealings for Bemboom in the inning. Quick tag and scoop by Simba. Bemboom has a quick release. That was a big jump too for Marisnick. This is the 3rd time he's been caught. Got him right on the elbow before the hand on the base.
2 outs, nobody on. 1-0 count on Reddick. Bouncer to first.
Just like that, a lot of action but nothing. A 1-2-3 inning in essence, even though 2 hits. But Bemboom, who had 2 base runners, Angels down 4-3. Boom, nice job. Remember his first throw as an Angel was an out at second is worthy of a Carlos Cam replay. Toro trying to pick up his first major league save, just a little bit off the bag, and then a quick throw and gets Marisnick, so 2 caught stealing. Anthony Bemboom, who got Mookie Betts his first game as an Angel trying to steal a bag. Boomer.
Halos here in the 7th have 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Theis, Bemboom, and Fletcher.
Theis wasn't real happy with that call strike, and I don't blame him.
Matt doubled to lead off the 5th. 1 for 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Greinke at 87 pitches. He's had a ton of traffic on the base paths. Each of the last 5 innings, the leadoff man has reached for the Angels. He'll score just 3 times. The 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Dribbler. Greinke off the mound. 1 down. Bemboom 0 for 2. Fielder's choice and a ground out. 2 terrific throws though to negate the Astros running game. The bottom of the 6th. Anthony flares one out to shallow center field. Bregman can't come up with it, just beyond his reach. Anthony's on board with a 1-out single.
The well-placed baseballs continue to fall in.
Adele.
Towards the end of the bat, placed perfectly over the glove of Alex Bregman.
Fletcher 1 for 3 game. With a single back in the 3rd inning.
The goal for Fletcher against Greinke here is to try to elevate some pitches in this at bat. Greinke's going to try to stay at the knees or below against Fletch.
Just 1 strikeout. No walks for Greinke. 9 hits allowed. Hit and run is on. Bamboom will turn and head to 3rd base. The Angels have runners at the corners with Trout coming to the plate.
A.J. Hinch leave Greinke in against Trout. He's pitching very well tonight so far. It's a good piece of hitting by Fletcher. Got that pitch above the belt, shortened up a swing, punched it to the right side. Altuve covering the bag. A lot of room on the right side.
Trout 0 for 3, a pop-up, strikeout, and another pop-up. He's put down his player's weekend bat, and he's grabbed the regular lumber for his 4th plate appearance. Three infielders on the left side. Greinke ball misses. Will Harris ready to go. Astros bullpen without Ryan Presley had Arthur Scrap knee surgery.
Trout 2 RBIs away from 100. Changeup on the inner half of the plate. Greinke got away with that.
Bamboom, the base runner at 3rd. Fletcher at 1st. Trout pops it up, shallow center field. Tough play. Bregman, Marisnick got a heck of a run. Gets there and jogs it into the infield. 2 outs.
That's generally the zone where Trout absolutely crushes. Underneath 3 different occasions against Greinke this evening.
A.J. Hinch has come out, and that's going to be it for Zach Greinke. Pardon me. He'll depart with a couple of men on at 2 outs, 96 pitches, and he also departs with a 1-run lead. Will Harris takes over on the mound. He does so with 2 outs and runners at first and third. Harris pitching for the 55th time, 3-1 with a 1.69 ERA, and he's here to get Shohei Ohtani. Shohei 0 for 3.
There's a fastball curveball pitcher, not overpowering with his fastball. 89-93, but a very good curveball, and he'll throw quite a few of them. There's one of them.
Really nice block by Chirinos. Pretty good pitch to handle there.
Got a pretty good swing at it as well. Be surprised if he got another fastball. Other than to try to get him to chase one.
Bat Boom over at third base. That's a tying run. Fletcher the go-ahead run, standing at first. 1-2.
They go after another fastball and another good swing.
One, two, and he got him. Angels lead, 2 on base, stretch time in Houston. Stroh's up. Hey, join the Halos Tuesday, August 27th. Rangers are in town. First 30,000 fans in attendance receive a Trout 27 duffel bag courtesy of Timeless Skincare. For more information, go to angels.com/promotions. Noah Ramirez back out. He's going to get the top of the order here in Springer, Altuve, and Brantley. Oh, he's worked an inning and a third. He's allowed 3 hits and a run. Struck out a batter. Springer hitless so far, 0 for 2 with a walk. Bouncer toward the middle. Andrelton Simmons barehands it, gets rid of it, and got him at first. What a play by Simba.
That is why we talked about him in the opening tonight. What he does on the defensive side. Springer wanted looked at, but Simba a lot on that play with the bare hand to come in and throw out Springer, who runs very well out of the batter's box. He thinks he's got a single, but Simba says no. Off balance and a lot on the throw by Andrelton Simmons, 4-time Gold Glove winner at shortstop.
Just magnificent. One out, nobody on. Altuve takes ball 1. Astros second baseman 1 for 2 with a sac bunt.
Numbers he has put up in the second half. 13 home runs.
Pulled down the line, fair ball. Boy, that just hugged the line. Simmons out there with that carom holds Altuve to a single.
What a difference it is to have Andrelton Simmons back defensively. be in that position to keep it from being an extra base hit for Altuve.
Here's Brantley. Brantley 1 for 3. Single back in the third. Bouncer foul.
Got to make him stop. We're very good at that, holding the baseball.
Oh, 2. Almost got to chase it.
Close enough to almost be a strike.
I was just going to say, even still, could have been called a strike. Brantley in his first season with Houston. What a season it's been for him. Leading the American League in hitting.
That's a pretty good pitch as well. Pitch on the lower part of the strike zone not called, and this fastball touching the outer part of the strike zone, upper third.
Count remains at 2-2. 4-3. Stroh's later here in the bottom of the 7th. Angels in the 8th. Calhoun up to the Pujols coming up. Calhoun sad to see Zach Greinke go. Cole 3 for 3 tonight. A couple of singles and a double. Full count. They're more than likely on the move. There he goes. Brantley hits one towards second base. Fletcher has it. The play goes to first. 2 down. Two outs. Man in scoring position. Alex Bregman coming up. Angels have kept him in check the first 2 at-bats, but his last at-bat doubled into the left field corner. 27th double. It was the last batter that Suarez faced. Jose going 4 2/3 tonight. Brad Ausmus coming out. That's going to be it for Noe, or not. Inoue knew he was coming out. For some reason, they decided not to take the ball from him immediately. So pitching change. In the 7th inning, Angels are down 4-3. This will be his 52nd game, 1-1 with a 4.83 ERA.
Been pretty solid against the Astros so far. A tough batter here. Now it's Bregman for Garcia.
Breaking ball for a strike. Bregman 1 for 3. Blocked by Bembo.
Seen that quite a bit late for Luis Garcia, overthrowing that breaker ball in the dirt. Good job by Bembo keeping in front. Garcia has a good slider when he doesn't overthrow, muscle up on it.
One ball, 2 strikes. Nice catch in the upper deck. Long look in for Garcia. Back up the middle, another 2-strike hit. Another inherited runner comes in to score against Garcia. It's 5-3 Houston.
It's a big add-on run for the Astros against the Angels deep in the game here now. Bregman, after starting off slow, 0 for 2, double, now a single and RBI.
Inoue charged with 2 runs in his 2 innings of work. There's Yuli Gurriel. Homered his last at bat, that was against Ramirez. Bregman with 4 stolen bases, been caught once. Bembo tonight has thrown out 2. Back to back in the 6th inning. Toro and Marisnick.
And base hit RBI, 13th RBI this year for Bregman against the Angels.
Ground ball to the right side, a base hit. Bregman's going to turn and go to third base. Little hesitation. I'm surprised he didn't go from the get-go.
Yeah, that's a long throw for as good as arm and as accurate as arm that Cole Calhoun has. That is an extremely long throw, and it's going to be somewhat of an off-balance throw from that distance to third base with Bregman's speed. I know you don't want to be that third out at third base. This Astro club is generally pretty aggressive running.
I mean, if Bregman's going from the get-go, because he kind of hesitated, he was almost like he was content taking the 1 base, then thought about going when he saw where Cole was at, and then stopped. Heck, the Angels will take it.
Oh yes,
this meeting with Garcia is about to be broken up.
17th hit this year for Gurriel versus the Angels. 17 for 41.
Get a word in from GMC.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available only on the next generation GMC Sierra.
First and second. 2 outs, a run in. 5-3 Houston leads it. We're in the 7th. Robinson Chirinos doubled. That was back in the 4th inning. It's 1 for 3. Struck out his last plate appearance. Outfield straight around with Bregman standing at second and Gurriel at first. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. See, unable to get on the same page with Bembo. So Chirinos backs out. Cole Calhoun will lead things off the Angels once we get to the top of the 8th. Evens up the count. He struck him out with a fastball. Houston gets a run here in the 7th. We're off to the 8th. Halos are down by 2. Angels at Simmons still showing off that glove. The injured list doesn't matter.
Oh, what a play this was by Simba. 4-time Gold Glove winner with a Gold Glove type play. Simba's back. Touch all his players as friends. But a few also wearing 45 written across their jersey. That's great to see that. For friends, people know that Tyler so well and how much everyone misses him around baseball.
Jesse Chavez and Scott Heineman of the Rangers. They're the last 2. We start the 8th. Angels down 5-3. Another player wearing the 45 patch as well throughout baseball. Hector Rondon, the new pitcher for Houston. 50th game, 3-2 with a 3.72 ERA. Calhoun, Upton, and Pujols. Cole rips one out to deep right center field. That's headed to the bullpen. A 4-hit game. Big fly for Cole Calhoun, his 28th of the season, and the Angels are down 1.
Boy, just a triple away from hit for the cycle. He would love to get another at bat in this game. It's Cole, a monster game. Kolsky, home run. Angels down 5-4, 4-hit game, 2 extra base hits. Already a career high as far as home runs, 28. First 4-game hit game of the year for Cole Calhoun. Look at backdoor breaking ball.
Boy, his timing is locked in today. Baseball got out in a hurry. Right center.
Upton 1 for 3 with a single. Takes a strike.
Getting closer and closer to 30 home runs. 28 career high.
Upton lifts one out to center field. Playable for Marisnick. One down.
Rendon's got a fastball. You saw touch 98, 95, 98. A slider, changeup.
Albert's had a 2-hit game, couple of singles and an RBI. One around.
Almost 1 for 3 against Rendon.
One. 1-2.
Albert trying to tie it up with that swing.
One, two. Breaking ball misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Baseball put into play. 1-run game. Angels down 5-4. Halos with 2 in the second. Solo runs in the 6th and now here in the 8th. Houston with a solo run in the 3rd and 4th innings. 2 in the 5th. 1 in the 7th. Full count. Simmons on deck.
Albert with 31 career home runs in this yard.
Pulls this one toward the hole. Bregman to the backhand. 2 down. See that face that Bregman's making. Look like, looking at Altuve saying, I think I overran that. I easily could have just played that as a normal ground ball.
Yeah, and the backhand, a little bit of a tricky hop as well. You can be in front of that baseball and make that play easier. You know Simba's going to be swinging first pitch here.
One ball, 2 strikes. 0 for 3 thus far in his return. Astros will have the bottom third of its order coming up. Two-1. Ground ball sharply hit right to Toro. Halos are done. Calhoun draws the Halos within 1. It's 5-4 Houston.
What a solid game for Cole Calhoun tonight. Homers to the gap, 28th home run of the season for Cole Calhoun. 4 for 4. down by 1. 5 last 26 games. Braves have had their troubles. Last 11 meetings with the Mets. Both teams have won 5 straight, though. And it's a battle in the extra innings in New York.
Del Pozo takes over for the Angels in the bottom of the 8th inning. Third appearance since joining the Angels. Throw the ball well. Takes over for Luis Garcia. Went a third of an inning. Gave up 2 hits and had a strikeout.
Pretty good velocity on his fastball. 96. Paints the corner.
Abraham Toro 2 for 3. Second big league game. Switch hitting third baseman. Two 1 pitch. Evens up the count. Ground ball to third. Across the diamond and out. Nice play, nice throw by Matt Thaiss, but man, kid gets down the line.
That's a catcher's arm all the way across the diamond by Matt Thaiss, former catcher. Needed a lot on that throw to get him. A little bit of a double clutch and then a lot behind the throw just to get him by a stride.
There's Marisnik, 2 for 2 with a walk. Angels purchasing Del Pozo August the 9th. The Rangers organization. 26-year-old native of the Dominican Republic. Minor leagues this year, combined to pitch in 40 games, all out of the bullpen, 2 and 3 with a 4.99 ERA, 68 strikeouts in 48 2/3 innings.
Tell you what, he's got a pretty good arm. 96.
2 down.
Runs that fastball upstairs for seam action. And Marisnik cannot catch up. You see how quick that fastball was on him.
Some tail action as well. Reddick cuts through that one. Astros right fielder 1 for 3 with a single back into third. The Angels in the 9th have 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Thaiss, Bemboom, and then Fletcher.
Late on that one, 97 mile an hour fastball. Those are really getting behind the baseball.
0-2. Reddick, a bouncer fouled. Count remains at no balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3, a 1-2-3 8th inning for Del Pozo. We're off to the 9th. The Angels are down 5-4.
Monday for the game today. Say my name. You want to hear Mike Trout's name coming to the plate here in this 9th inning. Means to get a chance to either tie or potentially take the lead here in the night. Matt Thaiss going to lead it off here. Hard throw and Osuna in the game for the Astros.
35 saves on the season for Roberto Osuna. This will be his 54th appearance. 3-3 with a 2.79 ERA.
Firm fastball, 94-99 off of a cutter, slider, changeup.
He's pitched in 4 of the last 5 days. So this will be 5 of the last 6. A little surprised that he's in there.
Yeah, they were trying to avoid using him today.
But a 1-run game. Thaiss takes inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Brian Goodwin has come out to the on deck circle. He would hit for Bembo. Thaiss 1 for 3 with a double.
That's the area where Thaiss can hit the ball a long way. He was upset he had his pitch on that one. He was ready, looking in, just fouled it off. Still looking for that first home run on the road.
Late on that 97-mile-per-hour fastball. And it's 1-2. Gurriel, that's a fair ball. 1 down. Thaiss didn't run down the line thinking it was going to go foul. Here comes Goodwin.
And right down the line. When it crossed the bag, it becomes the first base umpire's call.
Brent Strom, the pitching coach, out to pay a visit.
He's saying, hey, I don't know if I would throw him a first pitch fastball. Goody. Always ready on a first pitch fastball.
Kirby Yates at 36, Chapman at 35, Osuna. Osuna 30 of 35.
Started him off with an all-speed pitch, first pitch. You knew that was coming. Good one off the bench. He's been very, very effective jumping on a first pitch fastball.
One ball and strike. .285 hitter this year, 12 home runs and 36 runs batted in.
He's got a good changeup. He'll throw a changeup a lot, 1-2 as well.
2 down. So it's up to David Fletcher to keep it going.
After a changeup runs a high fastball. 97.
Breaking ball for a strike. Fletch a 2 for 4 game. Couple of singles. Ground ball, right side. Gurriel will have to feed Osuna, and the Astros take game 1 by the final of 5-4.
Boy, a battle throughout. Early lead coming back. Gurriel, big time game again, and a home run going the other way against the Angels. For Gurriel, his 5th home run this season, was a difference maker in this game. He's our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Swinging the bat well, going inside out, back-to-back at bats after being pitched well earlier, 0 for 2. 2-run home run, then a single going the other way as well, as he continued to put up big-time numbers against the Angels this season. For Gurriel, we see all those other batters in the lineup. It's Gurriel has really done the most damage. 2-run home run in the 5th. Our Land Rover above and beyond player of the game.
That home run against Noe Ramirez. The Angels offense had some opportunities, could not cash them in. They dropped the opener tonight by the final of 5-4. Stick around, Angels Live post-game show with Kev French and Jose Mota. It's coming up next.